Ni hao!
So yeah, I went back to Liverpool and got recognised not even 2 minutes in.
No, doing donuts into a wall today, mate.
Anyways, the format today is a standard 3-2, but the last session is grid start because I begged the marshals to do it, so hopefully I don't bottle it like last time. And also, before I went out, Rory here told me that's on the international layout for tonight. And then I decided to steal his glove.
Rory!
Sadly, there was no good footage from the first 2 sessions because I was basically on my own the entire time. So it was just a hot lap session basically. But I mean, like, come on, this isn't going to be like Warrington where I just turned up and nearly stacked it on pole, right? I actually don't know where I'm finding this pace from. But it won't matter towards my starting position because it's a random grid and I volunteered to start at the back. So the podium's off, let alone the win. Or is it? As lights go green at Liverpool, nearly everyone has a bad start, but I still managed to make up 2 positions. Then heading into the first turn, stupidly I go wide like last time again, making me go back down a position. But as I go through the first double hairpins, it looks like Rory's had a bit of an incident, so I managed to get a position from that, and because of that, it's going to go to a yellow. But then after a little bit, it does go back to green. I get a great reaction on this guy, so I decide to try round the outside on double F, somehow making it work.
And then Michael goes to the inside, tries to block the line in 130.
But then on the exit, I clip the wall. Kart 25 is a good exit, but not enough to take their position back. As I head down to the up ramp, it looks like there's been a bit of a scene where a couple karts spin out, so I managed to move up yet another position. Then on the end of the up ramp straight, I send a dive on kart 43, moving up to P6. Then going into lap 2, we have Charlie Hayes ahead of me, and after a little bump in turn 2, I managed to get a switchback done into the double hairpins, defending into the second double hairpin, but he's still on my inside, so I generally just throw it into the next corner to defend my position. Then at the start of lap 3, the 2 cars ahead are having their own little battle. One of them managed to make an overtake into double hairpin, but then gets cooked on the exit. But that gives me a really good run to send it down the inside of car 44, but he manages just to keep enough pace to send it down the inside on the second double hairpin. Then going into the double left, Ben Hughes slips down my inside, managing to overtake me. But that's actually okay because we're team moving to get through the pack. Then skipping to the end of lap 3, I give Ben a little tap to help him get down the inside of car 44. As they're side by side down the straight, car 44 doesn't back out the corner, spins himself out, which was kind of funny to see, but because of that, it's going to go to a red flag.
Yeah, it wasn't your fault.
What?
It wasn't your fault.
Why did you back out?
Anyways, once that's cleared up, we do go back to a little yellow, but then it can quickly go back to green, and we can focus on getting to the front again. Then on the end of lap 4, Ben gets a nice switchback on the final corners here, passing kart 50, and that's going to allow me to follow him right through on the straight to now put us in the battle for the podium positions, moving on to lap 5. Then a little later on lap 5, Ben sends a dive bomb down the inside of the up ramp hairpin, and to cover off a switchback from the yellow helmet, I go side by side with him to kind of box him in. Then I get some great speed on the straight, sending it down the inside and double right, moving me up into P3. Then about a lap later, I notice I'm actually a lot quicker than Ben, nearly pulling a switchback out of the double hairpins, but I don't just have enough exit speed to pull it off just yet. Then going on to the up ramp hairpin, I'm going to go a lot wider going into it than Ben does, getting a great exit. I was about to try and overtake him, but I pull off, but I mistake that hand signal from Ben as go through, so we're side by side into the double right, and we still are side by side coming out of it, going down the ramp. Now it's just a really risky game of who's going to chicken out first, which is not me, so I managed to move up into P2. And then I signal to Ben here, work together, because I can catch P1. And now that I have some clear air, I can start trying to catch up to P1, and we're going to use the up ramp straight as a marker to see if I'm gaining or losing time. But I can't do that just yet as something has happened on track, so it does go to a red flag where P1 decides to do something a little cheeky.
Kill that guy.
Now I definitely have to catch P1, so I'm going to gain a little bit here, and then we're going to gain a lot more time, And now I'm close enough to activate Human DRS. Wait, nope, sorry. Human Active Aero. Yeah, it doesn't hit the same. But anyways, there's now another instance, so it does go to yellow, and I'm gonna gain a little bit of time on yellows, I'll admit it, but it wouldn't do anything because P1 has a terrible reaction when it goes back to green, and now we're starting a battle for P1. Then jumping a little later, I generally start trying to strategize with Ben, trying to work together to pass this guy. As we head to the hairpin, I signal to Ben to go wide to pull a switch back in the sky, which works perfectly, as Ben's also giving me a little push here, while also giving him a little toe. Then coming out of the double right, I turn around to see Ben has made it up into P2 as well, and we've generally just pulled the best team in I've ever seen. Then a couple laps later, I just noticed I'm starting to gap Ben and the rest of the front runners, so I'm gonna just disappear. And then I generally just put some great laps in and gain a lot of time on them. And just like that, I've gone from last all the way to first to win at TeamSport Liverpool. I also won by around 2 seconds.
In the Brazilian rain, the Dutchman has delivered a defining drive. He climbs the hill back to Grand Prix victory. Max Verstappen wins the Sao Paulo Grand Prix.
That's only my second time at that track and I just went from last to first. But anyways, next week's vid will be round 3 of the grid series at Victoria.
Do you know what for the funny buns?
But yeah, I'll see y'all next week.